you, grab my hand. Grab my hand and get up. You got it. You hear me? You got a chance. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what you're going through right now. I don't care about none of that. You got a chance. You hear me? You got the same 24 hours as everybody on this planet. You got a chance. You hear me? I'm supposed to be dead. You hear me? I was the first to make it out outside of my teenage years. I'm supposed to be dead. I'm supposed to be in the penitentiary to earth stop. You hear me? But I'm right here. I got a chance. You got a chance. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. Welcome to PUSHBOY Podcast, episode 3. And first and foremost, man, we want to say happy birthday to Shed, man. He's working on his birthday.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Had a good time this weekend. You know, it was a great party. You know, everybody showed up, showed love.
Always a great time.
And thank you for everybody who showed up, man. You know, for coming out. It was a good time. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, and at first, you know, and I'm your boy, Young Mar, man, but just call me Mar, man. We gonna go with Mar for short. Damn, my bad. I know I was hitting too. Damn, my bad.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. You know.
And yeah, I got my host to my left.
Sid.
And then to his another left. Duran.
Another left?
Another left. And another left.
Oh, yeah. I am underscore Mr. Ambitious. Follow me. Instagram.
He knows. The 6'5" barber. The DA 6.5 barber.
Yeah, so if you need a haircut, you want to get lined up, man, get these smooth, you know.
Definitely, come out, let you
my man up.
Yeah, we changed the seating arrangement today because I'm
He's a superstar and it's his birthday.
Yeah, because I'm darker. We had to get the most light on my face because they said they couldn't see me last show.
It's always racist.
Okay. So, yeah, man, but nah,
Come on,
we was thinking about Rihanna when she denied to go to the Super Bowl this week, right? And I wanted to get the guys' views and perspective on what are we doing with the NFL. You know, it's a lot of our people that still plays and involved in the NFL. There's a lot of families and a lot of kids that's in youth programs that's playing football and have dreams and desire to be in the NFL. So one of our topics we wanted to talk about was, you know, what's your views on the NFL at this point? You know, are we still honing in on the culture, the history? Are we still supportive of the NFL? You know, obviously we've seen at this point how Colin Kaepernick wasn't received well based on his political views. So I wanted to get the guys and I wanted to talk about this on this show. So starting with Sid, you know, what are we doing with the NFL? Do you still support the NFL? Do you still, you know, watch the NFL? Do you still hone in on it? Did it bother you with Colin Kaepernick or not?
It did bother me, but I do still watch football. And I think my reasoning behind that is it's kind of like when you know something is wrong, but it's been so many years that you've been following. You have like a kind of like a connection with football. You know, and because if you've been watching it your entire life and you played it, you can't not but help want to watch, you know, the greatest athletes in the world play football. But on the other side, the NFL is, I think, the racist organization.
Most racist.
The most racist organization out of all the major sports. Because I think that they don't even give their players like proper pensions. Like they don't have no guaranteed money. You get hurt, you out, you're gone. And I just think that I think Rihanna not doing the Super Bowl was big, just you know, just for the culture, you know, because I think she gets it, you know, that her denying it is going to, you know, make some noise. So I think that was a good thing.
Okay. So you think what Rihanna did was a good thing?
Yeah.
Making a stance. Okay. What about you, Dick? What's your perspective on?
I look at it like it is. I mean, I love football, man. Like my son plays little league football right now. Like if the NFL wasn't here tomorrow, he'd probably cry his head up. You know what I'm saying? He'd probably drop down like, what the hell? You know, but I get it. I'm happy she stood up. You know what I mean? Because we have to do things on our terms. You know what I mean? We might, because like you say, we got a bunch of our brothers who play football. We got a bunch of families. It's a bunch of families being supported by football. You know, a bunch of people just going to college because of football. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you can put it in a situation where you're trying to put the ball in our court, you know what I'm saying, on our field, you know, they're trying to get control, basically. Like, nah, we not gonna perform there. If you want us to perform here, you know, we need to change a whole lot of things. If you ain't willing to talk about it, we ain't doing nothing. We control everything. We control entertainment. We control fashion. We control what's popping. So guess what? If we don't like it, you ain't popping.
Okay. Well, my views, man, to be honest, I was taken back behind how I seen the league blackball Colin Kaepernick. So since I've been following it, I lost my compassion to watch it as much as I do. Like, I used to, like, my team was Pittsburgh Steelers, you know what I'm saying? And I used to, like, know the stats, know the running backs, know what's going on in the standings. It's just at this point, I just don't care no more. Don't get me wrong, it's hard for me to not watch it every now and then, you know what I'm saying? Because I like to support people that we know coming up, especially from our community, that might made it to the league, that you might want to check out every now and then. So you might want to check in and see how they're doing. But at this point, I just feel like I really don't care, and they won't get $1 from me until they can fix that situation. It would make it look more seem like they care about what's going on with minorities in this country. So, you know, at this point, I stand with Rihanna, and I understand it, and I think there's a problem that needs to be fixed. You know, but don't get me wrong, you know, I might catch a game or two. I might come to share house, watch a football game. You know, I just don't care enough to care about the history or what's going on or who makes the playoffs. And I just lost that compassion and that fire for it based on how they showed us what they did with Colin Kaepernick. So, you know, it's a touchy subject that we wanted to talk about, man. I just think in the end, you know, it has to be, the NFL has to do something to fix that, you know, especially with what they done this year with the rules. What the rules like about them not coming out, or they got to stay in the locker room and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's obviously showing, it's something, there's an agenda there that's need to be highlighted and talked about. So, you know, end up being on what we doing with the NFL, man. We honing in on it, we gonna still support it, or we just gonna keep it where we got it?
I'm gonna still watch.
Okay.
I say, listen, if you're gonna have people watching football, it just is what it is.
Right.
Don't buy their merchandise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So end up be all you gonna still watch and
watch it on TV. Don't go to the game.
Don't give them your $. I feel the same way.
When you watch it, you still give them $.
I understand that. I understand that part.
Yeah, end up be all shit.
My end all be all is, I'm going to watch, but I'm going to be aware. Like, it's still something you can learn from this. So I'm still going to watch, but I'm just going to be aware.
Okay. My end all be at the NFL. I just don't care, man. Like, and they can't get $1 from me until they show that they. I just don't care anymore.
I don't think they're gonna change, man.
I just think, and like you said earlier, like I do believe that out of all the sports, they display a lot of racism towards us. And it showed when Colin Kaepernick took that knee. It really showed their hand. You know what I'm saying? It put them in the corner to where you like, oh shit,
it's coming. It's coming.
You know what I mean? But so my end up be I just don't care about the NFL, but I still will watch every now and then to support my brothers that's still a part of it. You know what I mean? That's another subject. You know, like there's a lot of us that's a part of that. So it's like it's hard to not watch. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to salute a lot of people, black, white too. I'm just saying, you know, being as though we black African Americans, we want to be able to support our people. So that's my stance on it. Go ahead.
I want to say the last thing. And I understand the reason why a lot of the players didn't participate, because I think just imagine, all right, they've been playing football their entire lives. They've been working hard to get to the point where they are now. All right, they have families, and they understand if they do, you know, show those displays of, you know, what the NFL calls, you know, that they're not tolerant for. They could be out the NFL like Colin Kaepernick. So they worry about their pockets and their families. So I understand that. If you work so hard to get to that level, the highest level,
right?
Are you willing to give it up?
And you can't knock that hustle, like you said, like somebody's trying to take care of their families, and
definitely not the only league.
That
we gotta get to the point we can't accept what's going on, man. So I'm, like I said, you know, that's my end all be all. So we going on to the next subject. Hold on. In the round, he watching the Rondo and Chris Paul fight. D don't give a fuck about NBA basketball. So we gotta like put him on the laptop and have him watch. You know what happened.
All right,
so he's just watching that right now.
Right there.
Oh shit! He really went up.
I can't believe you didn't see this.
Nah, I didn't see that.
This is like the big news going on, trending. Rondo spits on Chris Paul, but when it first came out, everybody thought that Chris Paul was just wild.
Spit on him, and then Chris Paul like poked him in his face, and then that's when it started going blow. Yeah. I didn't see Rondo spit though.
Yeah, I seen it this morning. ESPN got it really good. Yeah. All right, so our next topic, man. Obviously this week, man, Rondo spit on Chris Paul, and obviously they got into a fight, and I just wanted to get the guys' perspective on, you know, and was Chris Paul right to react the way he reacted by hitting Rondo and jeopardizing his career, suspension, causing him money, or should he took the high rule and, you know, let the refs come in and do it? So, starting with shit, man.
First of all, I don't think there's no high rule when it comes to spit.
Nigga, you off the road, nigga.
Off the road.
If somebody spit on you, man, I can take anything, and you can say anything you want to me. But if you spit, if you touch me, then we got a problem.
Niggas got a problem when you talking to you when they spit. Like speaking about their mouth or
Yeah. But I didn't know Rondo was like really this much of a head case to the last 4 years. Like over the last 4 years, like his personality, I think, has really come out. Like this nigga's a dickhead, man. Think about it, yo. When he got traded to Dallas, right?
He called this nigga. Yeah.
When he got traded to Dallas,
we're on this podcast, man.
When he got traded to Dallas from Boston, right?
He shitted on the coach.
He was wilding, dog. Yeah. He was getting 8-second calls in the backcourt, just dribbling up, turning the ball, just doing dumb shit. He got a thing
against Isaiah Thomas too. I don't know if y'all follow, but when he played Isaiah Thomas, they be going at it. Yeah.
Bro, I don't know, Rondo, man.
Yeah, he's just a character. He's definitely a character, I would say.
What?
I like his passion though.
What you mean? You know, Chris Paul got two games.
Yeah.
Rondo got 3 games.
Did they get fined?
Of course.
Oh yeah. That's how.
But this is good for basketball too, though.
Because it's so boring.
It's not boring.
Nah,
I was asking. That's why you were saying it's more smart.
Exactly. Next time, you know, Chris Paul got two games.
Yeah.
Rondo got 3 games.
Did they get fined?
Of course.
Oh yeah. That's how.
But this is good for basketball too, though.
Because it's so boring.
It's not boring.
Nah,
I was asking. That's why you were saying it's more smart.
Exactly. Next time they play, you know how crazy it's gonna be. How many the ratings gonna be?
They supposed to step on the floor like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the ratings for that next game.
Yeah.
They're all playing.
So basically, it was staged.
No, it wasn't staged.
I'm just fucking with you. I'm just saying, you know. Ratings was dropping. Niggas
ratings was dropping. Basketball.
Nah, we love NBA. NBA ain't going nowhere, man. Fuck the NFL. NBA ain't going.
NBA is the most watched thing now.
I understand.
Over NFL.
I understand.
Best game.
It might be more entertaining though.
Than football?
Yeah, it's definitely not.
Hey, see how you feel about you think LeBron, he came in, he said, fuck Rondo, I'm gonna get Chris Paul because obviously they friends. Mm-hmm. But Rondo's a teammate.
I don't give a fuck about Rondo, man. Like,
I guess it's like you ever be with somebody.
Fuck out of here, Rondo.
But
Chris my boy.
You ever be with somebody, he arguing with your boy, you know? So they about to get into it, so you grab the other boy like, yo, man, this shit. Like, nah, I got him. Don't even worry about that. Just, you take the other boy that way. You know what I'm saying? You know both of them.
Alright, it's kind of like, let's say, you was on another team, right? You my boy, and I'm just on the team with this nigga. If something about to go down, I'm gonna go make sure you good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
That's what LeBron did. He showed who his boy was. That's it.
Yeah.
And Rondo gonna spit on that nigga.
Yeah. If I was Rondo, I'd come to practice. Hey, LeBron, man, you supposed to have my back. You gonna get this nigga back? Yeah, enemy. He the op. That's how Rondo gonna feel next practice. Like, yo, how you gonna
Not if you still put that check.
Nah. Let you know
that. Probably get his ass off the team.
Nah, this is for real. I think this is Rondo's last chance.
Yeah, man.
Because if he messed this up, I don't think nobody else will pick him up.
How important is his role?
Nah, Rondo's good, man. You seen what he did with New Orleans last year?
Yeah, but
Now I'm saying on this team right here, like y'all being basketball guys, how important is his role on this Lakers squad?
Very
important. Yeah.
Like he's point guard obviously,
Yeah.
but like they getting who's the backup?
Ball.
Lonzo Ball. Pause.
Yeah, never mind.
Lonzo Ball, man.
Yes, he's very important. Because the backup is horrible.
Lonzo is horrible, man. I think people expected too much from him because his father set him up
Exactly.
to be something that he definitely wasn't yet. He's not a superstar yet. He's nowhere near a superstar right now.
Yeah, his father.
He's a backup. Regular backup. Second year.
Yeah. Pardon me for daydreaming. Alright, so NWB up, man. Okay, Chris Paul justified. Seriously, right?
Yeah, he justified. Yeah.
Justified. I get Chris Paul justified, man. I didn't know he spit on you. At first I was just like, yo, Chris Paul, wildin'. But I get it now, so shout out to those guys, man. I'm definitely tuning in on the next game, man.
2 point guards playing.
Alright, so we're gonna go to the next topic.
Alright, third topic for the day. Entrepreneurship. All of us right now are sitting here as entrepreneurs, and the question I wanted to ask both of these gentlemen is, why did you choose to be an entrepreneur? What are some of the benefits? What are some of the downfalls? And why are you still doing it? Let me hear you.
Well, first of all, listen, I can't dive in too much about my real business. It's child support watching. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love to go in detail, but listen, the feds is watching. So,
this is the realest podcast, man.
Yo, this is gonna be but I'll just tell you this though, I'm all for entrepreneurship, man. F working for somebody else, man. That's how I look at it, man. Start setting yourself up to where you work for yourself. There ain't no better feeling in the world, man. Like, waking up whenever you want to wake up. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of fear when you go out on your own. You know what I'm saying? But even with this, us starting our own podcast, and we got a vision behind. The end all be all is at the end of the day put ourselves in positions where we can change our lives, and there's no ceiling over our heads on where we can go with this podcast and with our business endeavors and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So, as far as my views on entrepreneurs and what I want the people to get, especially in the community, is basically, you should always, no matter what you're good at, what your passion is, work towards that and figure out a way how to develop income revenue for yourself through your passion. You know what I mean? Ain't no better feeling, even if you was making $8 an hour, as long as you're doing something that you love and something that you could pass on to your family. You know what I mean? I feel like you should be working it for that instead of building somebody else's dream.
Exactly. Well, I was at a job for years, right? Same job. And I'll always talk to you about, talk to Sid about just something got popped. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was the thing for me. Like, something got happened, man. You know what I'm saying? I had my music thing I wanted to do all that time, with the production, making the beats and everything, and the engineering side of it. And I had children. That didn't kick off. And that's when something definitely said, something got popped. Like, you know what I mean? So I was in that parking lot at this job, and I felt this overwhelming feeling come over me, like, what are you doing? Like, it was like all the years of being brainwashed to be an employee, right? Because you're set up all your life to be an employee, especially in the city. All these years of that, it's like, went away from it, just went away. Like, I can't do this no more. I don't. What am I doing? I'm collecting this check to go home to pay bills to give it right back. You know what I'm saying? To keep the cycle going. But the man who's signing my checks, that's not how he got to roll. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just feeding his pocket, feeding my family, feeding his pocket, feeding my family, feeding his pocket. And that's the cycle. I'm like, well, nah, I don't want to do that. I need to have more control. You know what I'm saying? One of the things I learned from you that you had read and put me up on is that money, not even just money, gaining control of your finances gets you freedom.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I give it
go ahead. You got it.
quick story, man. We was in Toronto, man. Shit. So we woke up in the morning. This nigga had a big smile on his face. True story. We wake up, we got to get our day started. I said, yo, what you smiling all happy for, man? He said, yo, I just made $250 or something, $250 or something. I said, yeah. I said, hold up. So you wake up and you just made $250. He said, yeah, man, I just made $250. I said, hold on, you gotta tell me how you made this $250. He made $250 in his. I watched him make $250 in his sleep. I said, yo, listen. You gotta give me the game on how you made $250 in your sleep, guys. And long story short, he gave me the game. I ain't gonna tell his business, but I watched him make money in his sleep, and he was happy. He woke up with a fucking grin, smiling in the middle of the show. My bad.
That's good.
I ain't wanna block the view, but go ahead.
But just trying to figure out what I could do, to make money where I didn't have to do that much work. That's my motivation, because that's freedom to me. Where I can get up in the morning and say, yo, you know what, I want to go fly to Atlanta tonight. Let's go do that.
So right there, right?
Yeah.
I'm just asking you a quick question while you keep going. Mm-hmm. Wake up and make money. Now, is it important to you also to wake up and make that money and be happy in what you're doing to make it? You understand what I'm saying? Or is it just anything that's making you money?
He was on vacation.
The crazy thing is,
I'm saying the actual thing, the source. Like, or is it just anything that makes you money? Or because for me, I wanted to be happy at doing whatever I'm doing to get my money. I wanted to actually fulfill my happiness.
Yes. So let me answer that. It's okay. That's good, but you still should have other things that bring you money.
True.
So pursue your passion. If your passion is going to make you money, that's great. But also still have things on the side that's easy that brings you in money. So
that can assist you to build that.
That can assist you towards your goals.
You might be there right now, but you got to at least
it's paying shoes.
Yeah, right. So just like our main focus right now is two things right now: the podcast and the cafe and the lounge. But we still have that original gentlemen. But these two things
are feeding other things.
Are feeding that next venture.
Yeah, I just wanted your opinion on it. I just wanted to know.
So you eventually get out.
Right. And so multiple. You really have to have multiple streams of income, because you have to really forget where your money's coming from. Yeah.
You gotta keep. My bad. Okay. Go ahead.
I said when you're working for just a paycheck every 2 weeks, and that's the only money that you have coming in, it makes you. It boxes you in. It makes you think smaller, because every 2 weeks you only getting this.
There's limitations on it.
Because limitations on what you can do. But if you have funds coming in from everywhere, different times a week, like, I got $350. What can I do with this $350 coming on Wednesday to make it $450? But then then that Friday I got $500 coming in. I might just save that. And when your money's coming in from everywhere every single day, then you can do more things.
And the concept, it's like what you said, like, just you gotta be focused on your end goal, your why, or whatever you want to do with your life. Because some people, if they found $500 on the ground today, or they get their paychecks from their job, their first thoughts is on how they gonna spend it, or
pleasure.
It's like you said, you get the money and you keeping your mind on your focus, like you gonna feed your passion. So that's what separates the boys from the men. The real guys, they're not going to buy the newest Jordans that's out or the newest things. They're going to take the money that they got and flood it into whatever they need to get to, so they can create a legacy for their family. And that's what entrepreneurship do. Some people get content. I had kind of learned through my trials and tribulations, like fell into entrepreneurship, because I was just one of those guys from the streets, got locked up, came home. I said, I can't make the same mistake twice. Get a job, like what they tell you to do. You get a job, and then once you start working, you realize there was a ceiling. And like, I can't, I'm making good money, but at the end of the day, what I'm doing legacy-wise for my family and things of that nature. So that's when you start getting smarter. Like, I don't care. Look, listen, I did all that, bought Jordans, the newest True Religion and all that stuff. That shit corny now. So it's like, if we ain't talking about building the legacy, like lounges. We talking about lounges now, and bars and clubs that we about to open up and do something big for the city. You know, we don't care about stunting and none of that stuff. You know, we get all that in the end, and then we celebrate the work that we about to put in, you know what I mean? So
we're not trying to stunt with sneakers, we're trying to stunt with jets.
Stunt with jets, stunt with property, equity, stocks.
How many buildings you got? How many buildings you got?
Show me what you're doing for the community. Like, I wanna, I got so many plans for the city. Outside of just making money, because it's more, but it's just more about, for me, it's legacy. Like, at the end of the day, when you die, what can you get back? What can your family learn from you through your journey, and then what can you get back to them, and then how can you help the youth get the information that you got to get better to where they going?
Very important to pass that on to my kids, man.
You have to do that, and I think that us three, I think that we're all on the same page where we want to start mentoring people like young boys from Camden to show them to do entrepreneurship. Absolutely. Instead of focusing on trying to get a job. Open your mind up to something else where you won't have a ceiling on your money. You know what I mean? Don't say I'm gonna make $50,000 a year. And say, look, I don't know how much I make, but I'm gonna make a lot.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know how much you're gonna make. I don't know how much I'm gonna make this year.
And just remember, never had no ceiling over your head, man. It's always had you 1 foot in, 1 foot out, man. You know what I mean? So, it's just like, look, to the street guy, if you was selling packs, you shouldn't be wanting to just sell packs and get. You should be thinking like, yo, let me get this. Nah, let me stop. Let me stop using the street term. But the street terms is like the business world. It's like you had a job. You don't want to just limit yourself selling that. All right, you need to save up that money so you can buy some weight. And then when you get some weight, when you get enough money to buy some weight, then see you can get with an investor, somebody that could front you something to where you can get bigger. Then when you get bigger, then you just doing the same thing in the corporate world. Get you a job, save some money up. Put yourself in a position to make a move. You make the move, boom. Get with somebody that got the same vision as you, that can sharpen your sword, and maybe you could come together, boom. Now y'all opening up something together. Develop partners. Don't be afraid to get new friends, new ideas. You feel me?
And understand how money works. Yeah, people chasing money every day. Don't even know how it works. Like you know what I'm saying? You ever know people, they're scared to get a business loan or a loan from somewhere, but ask you for money in a heartbeat?
Oh yeah.
You gotta be willing to go out there and get a loan and do what you gotta do. Like you said, go get your loan and start your own.
Have a plan.
Always have a plan. Always have a plan. So
try to execute it, like.
And be ready?
Yeah, and be what's the name of that book I had you?
Which one? You had me, I read the...
I'm sorry, I know what it is. The Richest Man in Babylon.
Yes.
All right.
Now, please understand this. He told me to read this book, right? And I do audiobooks, right? I am not a flip through the page reading books. So
I'm with you.
And if y'all gonna go pick up this or read audiobook, this book of Richest Man in Babylon, understand that it's gonna be very boring. because the voice.
I didn't think it was boring.
The voice, no, the book is interesting.
The voiceover.
The voice is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, he did this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was a very good book. Very good book. The Richest Man in Babylon.
Well, let me ask you this: what you took from it? What's one of the things you took from that book?
The biggest, I think the biggest point I took from that book is that having a job is not a bad thing. The bad thing about having a job is if you get stuck in that job and you just stay complacent and stay there. If you're not happy. If you love your job, I say stay with your job if you love your job. But if you hate your job and you're just there just because and you're not thinking no other way, I think that's bad. But I looked at jobs like this totally different way when I read that book, because it just talked about the job being a lifeline to your dream. All right? If you're not there yet, but you have a plan and you have a job, appreciate that job, because that job is feeding your dream. But you just got to make sure that you're always going to try to go towards that dream with that money that you get. Take some of that money out and put it towards your goal. So that's the biggest thing I took.
Indeed. Well,
What you took from it?
I ain't been listening to it. You know what I'm saying? I was sounding like I finished it already.
Yeah, that book is just all jewels, just talking about don't go, consult with somebody about diamonds if they only work with sheep. So it's like, while you're talking to him about diamonds, and his business is sheep. So like, it's basically saying like, don't ask your friends who don't have nothing questions about going forward. You need to ask somebody who's already in that,
Exactly.
who's already done it,
Right.
to give you the real knowledge. Because your friends is going to tell you what they know. And that's how you get stuck. And that's really how you get stuck when you don't seek out, somebody on that level to where you're trying to get to. And just even looking at YouTube videos of people that's doing things, that'll help you too.
Okay. And you telling me that book got me to read, and I actually finished The Power of Broke by Damon John and Gary V. Crushing It. I finished both of them, John. I'm talking about that. I appreciate them books for real. Gave me some things to actually try and look forward to in this business situation. It's about to pop. But
bottom line is, I'm at NLB with this part. Okay. Stop asking broke people how to get rich.
yeah,
That's it. Stop asking broke people how to get money.
stop having a conversation with them.
Stop.
Stay away from people that's not even intellectual enough to have that conversation or bring you down about certain things. Like, oh, you can't do that or whatever. Stay around good, positive people that's going to uplift you and, push you, catapult you forward with your ideas. That's very important too, the life energy that you got around you. Sometimes the people that don't really plan to be an entrepreneur or do anything with them lives, that display that energy on you. So you got to make sure you stay away from that too.
Yeah, exactly.
So that energy thing is very, very important.
So my end all be all.
Very important.
And be all day.
Do what makes you happy,
Right?
but do it for you.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
My end all be all, man. Listen, end all be all is basically, create your own legacy, do your own path. Again, what our brand is about, just we want to push until success happens, regardless of what, it's a relentless thing with me on how I see success. You know what I mean? We work towards it every day. We fell, we bump our head, but just keep pushing towards it. And worst case scenario, if you don't succeed, if you know who you are, you gonna bet on yourself. That's what bet on yourself mean. Basically, if you know who you are, if you know you're a hustler, you got a no quit mentality. You're not gonna lose from nobody. In the end, regardless of what circumstances you in, you got yourself to get yourself out of that situation, no matter if you was down to your last dollar. And I got examples of that I'll share more in the show while we record about me being at points where I only had $1 in my account, but I didn't fear me, or I didn't overstress the situation, man, because I knew I could always make money, you know what I'm saying? So that's what we about, man. So thanks for everybody for watching. You can follow us at push.boy18 on Instagram. Go to our YouTube channel, PUSHBOY Podcast on YouTube. Also go to our SoundCloud, it's PUSHBOY Podcast on SoundCloud. We might have all our shows up there on, you can stream live on there. And then we got other sites coming on, platforms that we're going to be on in the future. And we're going to give y'all more information on that. So, man, thanks for everybody that support, man. Shout out, happy birthday shit, man.
Happy birthday, brother.
He had a good party, man. We just put out a video, a little bit of highlights of his party, you know what I'm saying? Everybody showed love, man. Shout out to everybody that came out. And we got more events coming, so stay tuned.
Sir.
But like we like to say, push until success happens, and always
bet on yourself.
Bet on yourself, boy. Alright.
Where I make you laugh. All you can talk about is my dirty roads, my dirty stems, and how I'm leaning crooked to the side. You can't even see that I came up out of that.
I love this life, man, I would never stop winning. Me and shit, we out Toronto, we had them hoes grinning. Next level shit, yo, peep my views from the 6. Take a toke of this Kahiba, I be where it's lit. I'm just a kid, man, I was all up in the mix. Running home from 12, I'm sweating in my mama's kitchen. Peeking out the window, happy they ain't get me. If I get caught, I do a half a century. I'ma do it bigger than the CN Towers. I'ma let the world know the game is ours. I probably play Camden for a couple hours. Then fly to Atlanta and make that money shower. Now they